This is the hardest thing I've ever done. It's so steep and some parts are slippery, like from the sand and vines everywhere, but it is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I've always kind of dreamed of being in the jungle, and like this is as jungle as it gets. So crazy. After living and breathing cupcakes and unicorns for years, I just made the hard decision to close my cupcake shop to take a bit of a break to experience more life. Now, join me on my next adventure. Melissa is the one that arranged this ferry for us. So this is the local ferry. So we paid $1.50, around $1.50 Canadian, opposed to $15 for the regular ferry.
That's because I'm a bargain shopper and like to have the authentic experience. Unlike the Balinese princess who likes to go luxury 5 class.
Your pink bag is with my carefully positioned luggage. We're at our new hotel. Good morning. It's our first morning in Lombok, and I was sitting in bed just editing a movie and I felt the bed shake. So I felt my first earthquake, but luckily it was small. So we found out that it definitely was an earthquake. There was actually an earthquake last night in another Indonesian island just a bit north, and then today the earthquake that I felt, it was from Bali, so Nusa Dua and I think another area. So it's kind of lucky that we came up a bit further because we are definitely high above sea level. So sometimes an earthquake will trigger a tsunami. So we're lucky in that sense because we're safe. Indonesia is located in an area that they call the Ring of Fire. So it has a high prevalence of volcanic eruptions, tsunamis, and earthquakes. According to Google searches, in the last 5 days alone, there's already been about 7 earthquakes nearby. And tomorrow we're going to go trek a mountain. We're going to do a 2-day and 1-night adventure. Stay tuned. Good morning. It's 4:15 a.m. and we just woke up after going to bed around 12:30 because we're going to trek the mountain. We are in the mountains over here we just finished some breakfast. We're about to climb Mount Rinjani and it is part of the Ring of Fire.
It is, and it's also the second highest active volcano in Indonesia at nearly 4,000 meters above sea level.
So we're just starting our 2-day trek now. We're going to climb the mountain and sleep over in a tent and then continue our trek back. I'm excited. How are you? I'm a bit nervous because I am scared of heights. Oh, you've seen that in action.
I have, yeah, very much so. Actually, in the first day or two that I met you, I felt like I nearly had to come and save you.
I had to turn away. I couldn't walk some paths because they were too high. I've made the commitment, pushing my boundaries. Let's do this.
Yeah! See you on the other side.
We decided to do this on a whim and seriously had no idea what we signed up for. We came completely unprepared. Melissa's shoes were slipping everywhere. I was in fashion sneakers. Crazy. We even brought our bikinis because we had the wrong information.
So cute.
A nice send-off. So we're starting the trek now. It already is looking steep.
We're stopping 600 meters.
How much?
600 meters. 600
meters. So that's to the top of where we're going?
2,000. Yeah.
2,000. Okay. Well, I'm already tired. That's not
You've
good.
taken like 2 steps.
I know. So we're walking along and the guy told us the only thing he said to be careful of, he said watch out for cobras. So I already saw a pit viper. I was warned about the cobras, so if anyone's gonna find a cobra, it's probably gonna be me. I'm walking ahead of the pack. I'll let them know if I see it. They'll be protected. We just trekked up quite a few hills. I'm red and sweaty already, and we haven't even started. We're just at the check-in point, right?
Yes.
So we're starting the mountain now?
Then you have a 0 point now.
We're at the 0 point now.
Oh, 0 point.
Yeah.
Are your cleaning thing away?
Oh my god. Oh my god, how do you carry that up the mountain?
That's like easy with photos because you're doing this every day. So that's when the high season, there's like nothing to do photo or photo.
Can I get this up?
So it's hard to find job. Only this. Okay,
You want it
this
up?
one.
Yeah.
No.
Angkatan. You wanna do it? Yes.
Oh my god. Holy.
I can't even stay like in the one spot.
Oh.
Okay, so if something happens to the porters, you're the next one up.
Yeah.
You look like a natural there.
Like down the line, right?
Wow. Okay, so we've been trekking up and we're not even at the second point yet, but we've already reached a point where we're in the clouds.
Yes, we are at the cloud. Maybe do a scan up.
Immediately when we got to this area, the temperature dropped and we could see a mist around us. It was really magical. All the mist. Oh, and then we have our guide here. We just reached the second official checkpoint and there's a bunch of monkeys up here. This is the hardest thing I've ever done. It's so steep and some parts are slippery, like from the sand and vines everywhere, but it is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I've always kind of dreamed of being in the jungle and like this is as jungle as it gets. So crazy good.
This is lunch. He's making it.
Oh, so he's gonna make our lunch here. How far up are we?
Huh?
How far up are we?
Here?
Yeah.
There's high here just one halfway already.
Halfway already?
Already
Oh,
around
piece of
less
cake.
than 3 hours.
So we've been walking for
3 hours already.
okay.
Yeah, we're starting from today. on. So
It's
you start
beautiful.
at 600 meters and then you'll be right here. Will be around 12:40.
Wow.
This on the time.
Gorgeous.
Don't worry.
Interested in the food.
It's okay, go. Okay, maybe down here. Okay, let's leave them be there.
Yeah, okay.
Make sure there's no cobras here.
I can't guarantee anything in the jungle, so
Wait a second. Do you think this is like hidden enough or no?
I can see you.
Like everyone else, right here. Not right here, but
Let's
like
just do a scan around. This is where our friends are
behind the
having.
trees. Okay. Okay, you tell me if you can see me.
This is where we're having lunch.
Okay, I'm gonna go here.
Okay. So,
Checking for cobras.
are we pretending or are we going?
No, I'm going.
Okay. What did we say earlier? Didn't you tell us you were like the crocodile hunter?
Yeah, I'm like the crocodile hunter.
And okay, how does the crocodile hunter find a place to go to the bathroom in the jungle?
Just like this.
Okay.
I'm just checking for cobras.
Oh yeah. Because crocodile hunters.
Can you see me back there?
No, that's good.
Real deal.
I just took a pee in the jungle. I feel really proud of myself. I found the perfect spot and I highly recommend it if you gotta go. I can show you where it is.
We actually saw you take a pee in the jungle, so we know.
So I wonder if this is the thing. Out of all the place in this wide jungle, I was just joking about recommending that one, but 2 girls just went to the same spot that I just went to pee. So I wonder if that's like a natural thing
I think so.
that
for
people
sure.
do.
What do you think? I agree with that. Yes.
No, for real.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
If someone
'Cause
found a
it's
good
safe.
place to pee, then I would go to the same place. Or close.
I wouldn't go if they've gone for number 2.
Yeah.
Probably.
I have Imodium for that. I took an Imodium, so I didn't have to go. I won't have to go number 2.
So that's why they knew, because you said when they were having lunch, you were like, I just took an Imodium. So when they saw you come
They
back
knew
from
I
your,
was just PA.
they were like, wow, she just went to the best pee spot, and it was just for a pee. So why not?
Are you gonna go there too?
Not now, but we'll see.
Maybe
after
soon.
that.
You gotta go. Let me know if you need an Imodium.
Over there?
Yeah, it's so refreshing.
I know. Did you go there because you saw me go over there?
Yeah.
It was a safe spot. It was a good spot,
It
right?
wasn't the exact same spot though.
Oh yeah, hopefully not.
You probably would have seen some steam coming off the top otherwise.
It's funny because I didn't know where to go when I chose it. I was like, I chose a really good spot to pee, so I'm glad you guys thought so too. Have you ever been climbing when there's been an eruption?
Yeah.
What happens?
There's somebody. It's nice to see just like eruption that volcano. Nice big see the lava.
You saw the lava?
Yeah, I saw the lava.
Were you on the volcano when it happened?
There was nobody having just only rock on the round of the lake. There's
Okay.
people standing on the crater rim. You see
So
just-
are we on the volcano right now?
Yes. Yeah.
We're on an active volcano.
It's
Pretty cool.
nice.
That's
Yeah, it is amazing.
How do you feel being on an active volcano?
That's the first time that I'm on the volcano. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Can see?
Oh yeah.
So we're trekking the mountain and our porters are up above us, leading the way with all of the food and water supplies, everything for 2 days. And I'm struggling to just carry my backpack, which has got like literally nothing in it, and 30 kilos. They're carrying with what's in their baskets. Can't even pick up when I'm standing still, let alone climbing a mountain. Incredible, really.
We made it to the third check-in point. How many meters?
1,000.
2,000 meters up. It got really, really hard and really scary and dangerous, but we made it. How are you feeling?
Tired.
Tired.
Of the world.
Literally.
Stop and I'm crying. I'm so scared of heights, and this is way higher and steeper and not than I could have ever imagined. So this is like, people say push your limits, but this is like, this is really scary.
This is like fucking amazing. You are above the clouds. We're just gonna go have a look how far you've actually come up the mountain.
I'm not. I'll
For-
look after.
No.
Yeah, we already hiked a lot.
Okay.
We're gonna see how amazing you truly are, to the fact that you've actually conquered your biggest fear, and I'm gonna capture that on video for you so you can look back and be so proud of yourself and go, wow, I've done that. It's big deal. Big deal.
She's not scared at all.
We did a lot. We can be proud of us.
But also, we need someone to be relaxed. We can't all be scared. That'd be chaotic. That'd be truly scary, right? You're not really scared, you're laughing at the same time.
We all like stopped and started crying.
We just look at her from France, our friend Lola, and we look at our friend Bodhi.
I know.
It's so sweet. Yeah, see?
We were almost at the top, but the terrain had already gotten so much steeper and scarier than I had imagined. And the last leg of the trek was so incredibly steep and unstable and at the edge of a cliff. And I wanted to give up. I was so scared. I couldn't hold it in anymore.
So this is pretty much near the top of the volcano, and as you can see, we are very, very, very high above the clouds, like so high that there's not even any clouds up here. So Melanie's done the most amazing job trekking up this volcano, given that she has a fear of heights and it's super steep and
really tough, really challenging. So this is kind of like the last point before we do the last little stint. That our porters are actually already on top of the crater of the volcano. You probably can't see them.
I was live. We made it.
You sure did. Well done, you, hey?
Okay, so we made it to the top of the mountain. It's the second highest volcanic mountain in Indonesia. I'm super scared of heights. Are you guys scared of heights at all? Or
I'm okay.
yeah, just me. So this was
A
the
big deal.
scariest thing I've ever done. But now we're standing in front of a volcano, and it's
So beautiful.
it's-
Really beautiful.
breathtaking.
And you know what? Super proud of you. That was massive
Thanks.
deal.
I want to cry again.
Seriously, massive deal. If you had have seen the terrain we were going through.
I don't even think
The
I want to
severity.
show it because my parents would kill me.
Yeah, but
It's
you've
really
done it.
dangerous.
We did
Yeah.
2,000 meters in
Yeah.
one day. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And now we're gonna sleep on the side of the mountain.
But together, right?
Nice.
So it's funny, coming up here, I was scared of cobras. I'm not scared of cobras anymore. No, I'm not. I'm like, if I see a cobra, I'll be like, I got you. I'll like break it in half. Honestly, I'm not scared of them anymore.
This is why it's a metaphor for like climbing a mountain like this, right? Is obviously one of the biggest, most challenging experiences that you can have. And it does definitely challenge you emotionally, mentally, physically, and the feeling that you get when you get to the top, and especially for
Yeah.
you, given that you
The
have
guy,
fear.
okay, after I had that little breakdown crying, I had no choice really but to come up because I couldn't stay there. So the guide had to literally hold my hand and he just kept telling me, he's like, be strong in your head, be strong in your head. And it was strenuous, like physically. I literally was so like in like panic mode and like trying to not look back. I kept going to him, are they okay? I couldn't even turn my head. I was like, where are the people? Are they okay? I could barely like say anything because I was like clenching him, trying to like stay focused on the rocks and like the hill like this.
But you know, from
Anyways.
behind, you were like a mountain goat, like going 100. I don't know about you. Did you see her? 100 miles an hour when you were with the guide. Actually, you did tell us you were a crocodile
did say
hunter, even though you don't come from Australia. But anyway.
I'm the Canadian version.
Okay. She did well, super proud.
Yeah, so I guess what are we gonna do now? We're gonna go sit
We're
at
gonna
our
go
hotel.
Oh, our
I think
luxuriously
five-star
five-star
hotel.
hotel
Yeah.
on the mountain.
Success.
Should you show everyone this?
Go.
I literally have no tread on my shoes at all. Yeah. And our strong guide at the front. Bodhi, give us a wave.
He's been holding my hand on all the scary parts.
Yeah.
Everybody smile.
Just like that. Just like that. Just like that.
Okay, so we successfully climbed the mountain. We climbed to the top and then we slept there overnight in a tent on the cliffside with the wind blowing like crazy. I don't know about you, but I kept like waking up to be like, are we blowing off the cliff? Because it was like so crazy high. And the ironic thing is that we actually didn't know what we were signing up for because we had hoped to, I don't know, we were under the impression we were like gonna do like some sort of mountain trek, but we were gonna stop at like hot springs and
Maybe some waterfalls.
some waterfalls. We brought our bathing suits. Like I wore like my fashion shiny Reebok shoes and like skinny black jeans.
A little tracksuit top.
Yeah. And yeah, it turns out that is like It was no joke. Well, for me at least, there was some parts that I literally, like, I felt like a mountain goat. Like, it was like hanging cliff boulders. Like, it was, I didn't feel it was safe at all. Did you feel safe? Or, I know I have a big fear of heights, but
Look, it was definitely challenging. The incline was incredible. The terrain was so diverse. Like, starting out was really beautiful in the subtropical rainforest where the pathway was more flat and a gradual incline, but there were parts that were intense. And the further up that we got, it was more like this rather than sort of like...
it was honestly my worst nightmare come true. Like, it actually was.
I actually enjoyed parts of it, absolutely. For me, I felt, yeah, a great sense of accomplishment when I got to the top, because it was absolutely breathtakingly beautiful to be up above the clouds and to see the sunset. But yeah, there were definitely parts, especially when we weren't prepared. Like, my sneakers had no traction, and yeah, the winds were really extreme as well, and the extremity in the temperature I wasn't prepared for. Like, last night we were literally in a tent, freezing our asses off, spooning each other. Neither of us took our shoes off. It was that cold. Sleeping, yeah, on the side of a cliff. Wind factor
with the wind
was
blowing.
Yeah, it was
Moving our tent every second.
It was yeah, that was intense.
We haven't seen an actual toilet in 2 days, so we are one with the bushes.
We actually haven't had a shower or a bath or a clean in 2 days. So a la natural on our way back to Bangsal now. But I must say it was an incredible experience to be able to achieve what we did. It was, I'm glad we didn't know in advance what it was.
Yeah, I 100%. There's another volcano that everyone climbs and does a sunrise trek, Mount Batar in Ubud, and I actually told her, yeah, I want to do it, and then I looked into it a bit and I was like, no, I can't, I'm too scared. And then, like, we randomly just met this driver who drove us somewhere, and then we decided the day before, right?
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, let's climb this one, and then we come to find out it's this crazy trek, but we did it, and
we had some amazing adventures and lots of laughs, maybe a few tears.
I'm glad it's over.
But
so happy I did it.
You know what was a really lovely thing? We had a really awesome guide who was very caring, and for our group, but especially for Melanie when she was sort of on the side of the mountain that was super scary. Like, he was awesome, honestly.
He held my hand on, like, going up on the really steep rocky parts, and then, like, on the majority of the way down.
Actually, we had a threesome thing going on the way down. There was you, me, and the guide holding hands
at
all
one
the way
point.
down.
Actually, there's 4 of us at one point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but we did it.
And oh yeah, did you want to tell them about your entrance that you made with your friends this morning?
Oh yeah. So it's really slippery because it's all this loose gravel, and my treads were pretty good on my Reeboks, but hers were not. Anyway,
I had no treads.
But when you're going up and down the mountain, there's like stop points where you can rest, and people will like cook food or have a snack or just rest because it's so exhausting. And I was coming down in the morning, and these people were having breakfast, and I literally like slid into them, and I was like, good morning. And then on the next one down, Melissa did the same thing, and it happened to be the same people, and then I walked out after them. It was so funny. Anyways,
Super proud of ourselves.
we're very proud of ourselves.
Yeah. So if you want something extreme and challenging and push you to the limit, then definitely Mount, what's it called again?
Mount Rinjani.
Rinjani.
It's the second highest volcano in Indonesia.
And definitely the one for you. Do it. You'll love it.
So we've just finished our 2-day hike, and we thought a sleep in would be nice, but you don't need any alarm clocks in Lombok, because as you can hear the call to prayer, and if you're lucky we might even hear the roosters competing for wake up calls here. So scan over and say good morning. Happy sleeping. Good morning.
Morning. It really hurts.
Do you need some assistance this morning? Like a walking stick, a wheelchair, massage? I shouldn't laugh. I haven't actually properly got up yet myself. How are we feeling this morning? Like hours after the big hike.
Down the stairs in the bathroom, like I can't really go down. I have to hold things, and I have a cold to get still.
Wow, today's going to be a fun day for you. So you highly recommend doing a hike?
Glad it's over.
Yeah.
I prefer to be on flat ground, but if I climbed this mountain, trust me, you can do anything you want to too.